Hello, this is the Wall 200 with another controversial video. Finally, I'll be able to do it because if I get flagged, it's okay. I won't. My channel won't get totally deleted and suspended and permanently. So today is going to be about my thoughts on the alt right. And I guess no matter what I say here, kind of want to put like a little disclaimer here, but probably it's not going to matter. I'm just going to say it. I'm not a pro-Nazi. I'm not a Nazi. I don't support any Nazi, any causes. Just to get that out of the way. I've seen a lot of reports on mostly the Nazi side of the alt right, and with the mostly cases with the freedom of speech, and unfortunately I'm going to have to side with them because even though you may not like what they have to say, it's still free speech. It's still under the Constitution of everyone's rights to these whatever they have to say. If they want to be pro-Nazi, they could be pro-Nazi. If they want to be they want to be racist, they could be racist. As long as they're not doing anything illegal, then I'm completely for whatever they want to do. They want to have their white pride parades. They can have their white pride parades. They want to go around handing pamphlets and trying to join the KKK, they're more than welcome to do so. I'm not saying they're going to be the most popular people in the world doing this shit, but it's their freedom of right of doing this because they have a right to, to assembly peacefully, just like everybody else. If they want to do these things, then they're more welcome to do so. There's the whole thing with the freaking guy in the car and killing a few people, and all the protests like clashed together, and a bunch of shit broke out, and it's just amazingly it seems free speech is only one way with a lot of people, and that's not how it works. You can't say I have free speech, and say whatever you want to these alt-right people, these alt-right groups, and then they come back at and say something that either you don't like or is racist or I guess quote unquote edgy. Then you can't say, well, that's racist, that's fucking homophobic, whatever, and you don't have a right to say that. But they really do. Just because it's not the most popular opinion, just because you don't disagree with it, you don't have to agree with anything they do. I certainly don't. I don't fucking support them in any way, and you don't have to do that. But as it really stands, is there's nothing you can really do about them saying these kind of things, because it's their right to say this. There's also with the whole anti just W's and anti-feminists and all this other shit that people using memes with the Pepe meme and a bunch of other shit that these guys use mostly for trolling, to get a reaction. And the whole Pepe thing is, I kind of understand why people think it's anti-Semitic, why it's racist, but its origins are nowhere near that. It's it's just what the internet turned it into, and I get everyone's not going to get memes, and not everyone's kind of internet savvy or knows what the fucking meme is, so that can get lost in translation. But with a little research, on your own accord, or someone else telling you, you can easily find these kind of things out. So before you get the hate mobs and just want to silence or censor people and take away people's right of freedom of speech, just remember they're allowed to do this. And I'm for them doing this as long as it's not breaking the law or they're making death threats or stuff like that. The general overline shit that's considered illegal. Then no, then that should be reported to the police and etc. like that. So I'm probably gonna get flagged for this regardless of what my opinion of them are. I do not support them. Again, I got to make this fucking clear. I mean, if they want to say these racist things, I don't know what they say. They could be like, well, white is right, white power, whatever they fucking say. I don't know. I'm not a neo-Nazi, so I don't know what the fuck they say. They have the right to say that. I'm not saying that they're going to not get your asses kicked if they're out in public saying this stuff, or join the KKK or whatever. That's totally up to whatever the person, whatever the people around them view them as, and I do not, condone violence towards these people just because they're like going around, handing out pamphlets for the KKK or doing whatever they want to protest with, if they want to be racist, then fine. If they're not breaking the law, they're not harming anyone, then I don't promote, going up there and punching Nazi. I know there's this fucking weird thing going on with a following, like just punch a Nazi, like where does this shit come from? I don't know, because as far as I know, any actual Nazi is probably fucking dead of old age, or like 90 plus years old, and like real Nazi. When I'm talking like a real fucking Nazi, then yeah, they're no more called neo-Nazis than anything else. So I don't promote political violence towards these. Just let them talk. That's their right to do so, as long as they're not in public property. They follow the guidelines of the law. Then there's nothing that you can really do about it, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, depending on what kind of side you're on there. So that's pretty much where I stand with the alt-right. I'm perfectly fine for whatever they're doing, as long as it's not illegal, as long as they're not harming anyone. Then I don't really care what they do, as long as those guidelines are adhered to. Then I don't support what they do, but I support their right to the freedom of speech. That's it. Bottom line, that's the only thing I support them doing, is their exercising their right of their First Amendment right of freedom of speech. That's it. Nothing else. I don't support their causes or beliefs or anything like that. Just if you really want to do something about it, just peacefully protest against them. That's all I'm saying. That's all I have to say. Thank you for listening. Right, comment, subscribe.